Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Rebirth, Octopus at the Beginning, Becoming the God of Cthulhu. Chapter 46. Although he is now a level 6 creature, he cannot avoid being afraid of such ghosts. Maybe this is the characteristic of being a human soul. While he was stunned, the female ghost not far away disappeared in an instant. The wild cat's pupils shrank, and he was about to run back, but as soon as he turned around, he found the female ghost floating behind him. Oops. Found. With the body of this second-level wildcat, he had no confidence in fighting this female ghost. Without saying a word, he controlled the wildcat and ran in another direction. Aha! Just after running 2 meters, he was stopped by the female ghost again. NND couldn't run away now. Seeing that it couldn't escape, the wildcat waved its front paws at the female ghost, but when its front paws touched the female ghost's body, there was no physical collision at all. This female ghost is physically immune. How the hell are you going to fight like this? If the main body or avatar is here, there are ways to deal with it, but this level 2 wildcat alone is probably going to be cold. The female ghost saw that the wildcat's attack was ineffective, and it showed an intriguing and sinister smile. Then it pounced on the wildcat, and an extremely cold energy instantly invaded the wildcat's body, and the wildcat's vitality disappeared crazily. A stream of life force flowed from the wildcat's body to the female ghost. In less than 5 seconds, the wildcat turned into a mummy. Lu Feng's consciousness was also disconnected from the wildcat on the spot. He also experienced the invasion of the cold energy just now. This is even more exciting than going into a cold storage without clothes. Oh no, this female ghost is really a scumbag. Lu Feng complained inwardly. MD, actually physically immune. Don't force me to demolish your underground parking lot and expose you to the sun, which will kill you. But when I think about this guy's weird speed, it would be hard to deal with it if he ran away while demolishing his hometown. You have to find a way to lure it out, and then try to attack it with a clone. Then the clone captured 13 second-level evolved beasts. These evolved beasts were as small as adult domestic pigs and as large as elephants. He used mind control to make these evolved beasts approach the female ghost's position. His clone was disguised at the door, and once the female ghost was lured out, he would use energy to imprison her. Soon, 13 evolved beasts came to the vicinity of the female ghost. They didn't pay attention to the sudden appearance of the evolved beast, the female ghost. It just lowered its head and stayed in the original position. Since you don't move, then I will move, Lu Feng said in his heart. He controlled a wild dog to rush towards the female ghost. Just when the wild dog was about to hit the female ghost, a transparent energy wall blocked the wild dog. The female ghost raised her head and looked at the evolved beast in front of her. She raised her head and screamed, which shocked the eardrums of the dozens of evolved beasts. Only then did Lu Feng see clearly the female ghost's facial appearance, which was basically similar to that of a human woman, but her eyes were hollow as if she had no soul. The face was extremely pale, like a corpse that had been dead for a long time. The only thing that is different from humans is its mouth. Its mouth is split directly to the base of its ears, and its mouth is full of sharp teeth. Just like the cracked girl in the ghost story. Oh my god, this little pervert looks real. Lu Feng was surprised in his heart. He immediately controlled the 3 evolved beasts to pounce on the female ghost. The transparent energy wall just now had disappeared. The attacks of the 3 evolved beasts hit the female ghost as if they were hitting the air. The female ghost was a little angry at these evolved beasts, and immediately grabbed the wild dog next to her. Previously, Lu Feng was caught off guard by the female ghost because he was not prepared. Now that he has figured out some of the female ghost's attack methods, he cannot afford to be caught. The 4 evolved beasts surrounded the female ghost and kept attacking. Even if they couldn't hit her, it didn't matter. Their main purpose was to harass her. Not far away, there was a second batch of evolved beasts waiting for the female ghost. This first batch of evolved beasts was mainly to annoy her. The 2 sides fought for a long time, which completely angered the female ghost. It rushed towards the wild dog like crazy. Ah, something's wrong with you. Move around, move around. Lu Feng controlled the wild dog and began to play with the female ghost. The wild dog was running and seducing the outside, and from time to time it would shake its butt at the female ghost behind it. It seems that if you try to hit me again, you won't be able to hit me. just can't hit it. Coupled with the harassment from several evolved beasts nearby, the female ghost couldn't catch the wild dogs at all. Ah! The female ghost screamed again. At the same time, it released several strands of cold energy from its body, instantly catching the 3 evolved beasts that were harassing it. In the blink of an eye, these 3 evolved beasts were sucked into mummies. The wild dogs not far away avoided the attack of this energy because they were farther away. Woof woof woof. The wild dog barked at the female ghost, wagged its tail at her, then turned and rushed outside. The female ghost was so angry that she turned into a dark wind and chased after it. Within 10 seconds of chasing it, 4 evolved beasts jumped out and began to harass it. The female ghost no longer cared about the evolved beasts that were harassing her, and went straight after the wild dogs that were escaping outside. Hey, I finally got fooled. Lu Feng was overjoyed. What he was most afraid of was that the female ghost had been hiding in the underground parking lot and would not come out, so it would be difficult to target her. However, under Lu Feng's dirty tricks, the female ghost was still fooled. At this time, the female ghost had lost her mind and chased the wild dog angrily. The wild dog barked twice while running, maxing out the taunt value. Soon the wild dog escaped from the parking lot. When he looked back, he saw that the female ghost was chasing him desperately. The distance between him and the female ghost was less than 10 meters. Behind the female ghost, there were 10 evolved beasts that kept harassing her. Woof woof woof. Wild Dog had already arrived outside the parking lot at this time. When he saw the female ghost rushing out, his clone used energy confinement on the female ghost. A beam of purple energy instantly enveloped the female ghost. The female ghost thought it was a physical attack and didn't pay attention, but when it hit the energy shield, she realized something was wrong. Why can this purple energy shield block me? 11 evolved beasts were already surrounding the energy shield, and the wild dog was staring at the female ghost with a wicked smile. Ah! The female ghost found out that she was trapped and immediately screamed at the wild dog. Then it began to hit the energy shield crazily, trying to escape. Detection technique. Name: Cleft Girl. Type: Weird Evil Spirit, Level 3. Gender: Unknown. Status: Chaotic Period. Weight: Unknown. Power: Unknown. Speed: 50 meters per second. Defense: Physical immunity. Open black lens bracket spirit. 1000 close black lens bracket. Skill: Unknown. Talent: Unknown. Wipe: What a devil. So many attributes are unknown, so what kind of plane is it? However, this evil ghost is at level 3 and has not yet reached level 4. The Beast King should not be difficult to deal with. He looked at the trapped slit girl in front of him with confusion on his face. Why did an evil ghost appear in the good blue star, when the second spiritual energy revival is about to come? The imprisoned slit girl has been struggling wildly for more than 10 minutes, but the energy shield is still strong. The clone hidden nearby has never revealed its true identity, because this clone has no energy or mental attack methods. So Lu Feng's body is coming here with 10 clones at this time. The dozen level 2 evolved beasts controlled by his mind now regained their freedom and fled in all directions. The Rift Girl saw the evolved beast escape, leaving it alone trapped here. It was only then that it knew that it had fallen into the trap of others. Soon the sky above it suddenly darkened, and a huge object blocked out the sun. The huge object slowly landed. This was another clone of Lu Feng, and his true body also arrived here. But he disguised himself and hid in the sky. This clone landed next to the girl with a cracked mouth, and 3 huge purple eyes stared at the girl with a cracked mouth. Do you want to die or live? A thought came to the cracked girl's mind. But its empty eyes seemed not to hear, and kept screaming at the clone. Could it be an unconscious evil ghost? Judging from the first time I encountered it to the time I caught it, this guy was definitely not very intelligent, but it didn't look like he had no sense of autonomy either. Lu Feng then asked several more times, but the female ghost never responded to him. Oh, let's kill him. Lu Feng sighed. The clone immediately shot a purple laser at the cracked girl. This laser penetrated the cracked girl's chest without any obstruction, and its body also began to gradually dissipate with the laser. Ah! An unwilling scream came from the mouth of the cracked woman, and its body completely dissipated after a few seconds. Ding! A white crystal fell to the ground. This crystal was what the cracked girl had condensed after her death, and the crystal slowly flew into the clone's hand. A chill came from the crystal. Detection technique. Item name: Level 3 Spiritual Crystal. Item type: Rare Quantity Crystal. Item function: Direct absorption will get 10,000 energy points. This item can also be used to make spiritual props, very rare crystals. It is the same as the energy points added by other level 3 energy crystals, but has more uses. Keep it for now and see if it can be used later. Anyway, 10,000 energy points are useless to him now. Then he controlled the wild dog to the parking lot below. After some inspection, he found that the underground parking lot was full of sinister energy. Moreover, many people died inside, which can be seen from the bloodstains on the floor and walls. Could it be that Blue Star can give birth to evil spirits now? Lu Feng asked in his heart. If this is the case, this underground parking lot must be destroyed, otherwise evil spirits will be born again soon. After making up his mind, his clone immediately fired an energy laser at the parking lot. The terrifying destructive power instantly destroyed the underground parking lot. At this time, 8 more tentacles began to attack the collapsed parking lot. After a few minutes of treatment, the underground parking lot was completely exposed to the sun. The coldness was completely dispelled by the sunshine. I finally got this shit done. Lu Feng sensed it carefully a few more times before taking the clone back to the fortress. 2 days passed by in a flash, and the second revival of spiritual energy would arrive in 1 hour. Lu Feng looked at the countdown on the task page, and he became excited at this time. The evolved beasts and humans in the outside world seemed to have sensed that Blue Star was about to undergo its second change, and they were all waiting with peace of mind. 1 hour passed quickly, the system's task countdown officially ended, and a system prompt was passed into Lu Feng's mind. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host for completing this mission. You will be rewarded with 1 bottle of Bloodline Enhancement Potion. Close black lens bracket. Seeing that the mission reward was received, Lu Feng pouted. NND, I've already evolved to level 6, and I didn't mention any extra rewards. What a special bonus. Lu Feng had some complaints about the system. According to the mission requirements, he only had to evolve to level 5 before the end of the mission time, but he had evolved to level 6. At this time, he labeled the system as stingy. Boom. Suddenly there were bursts of thunder in the sky, and dark clouds began to gather in the sky. Hundreds of millions of humans in the fortress looked up to the sky. They could feel that the rain this time was heavier than the last one. Boom. Dee. The rain fell first in drops, and then poured down like a torrential rain. The rain-containing instruments that had been prepared for a long time also opened their covers at this time, and rainwater fell in. As the spiritual rain falls, the first batch of blessings are the plants and oceans of Blue Star. Then there are those evolved beasts that were wet by the spiritual rain. At this time, the humans in the fortress began to cheer, and countless people took out their own vessels and began to receive the spiritual rain. These people are like farmers who have been in drought for several years and encountered a heavy rain. Some people keep drinking the spiritual rain with their mouths open. The evolved beasts and plants in the wild also began to greedily absorb the spiritual rain. Boom boom boom. At this time, the earth shook, the ground began to crack, and the mountains began to stand up. Blue Star is getting bigger again. Lu Feng's body was flying in the sky at this time, and the spiritual rain passed over his body, making him emerge from his disguise. He stretched out a tentacle to condense some spiritual rain and then put it into his mouth. Open black lens bracket ding. The host swallows 1,000 drops of spirit rain to gain 100 energy points. Close black lens bracket. As expected, it is not as good as excellent spiritual rain. This one drop only adds 0.1 energy points, which is too little. As the spiritual rain continued, he could clearly feel that the concentration of Blue Star's spiritual energy had increased, and the Blue Star was also slowly getting bigger. Before, he could sense half of the Blue Star's range. As the Blue Star gradually grew larger, his sensing range gradually shrank. This spiritual rain fell all day and night. After the changes of the day and night, the size of the Blue Star became twice as big as before. This means that the volume of Blue Star at this time is already 4 times its initial size. After the spiritual rain ended, the spiritual energy concentration of the entire Blue Star increased 3 times. Lu Feng tried to absorb the current blue star energy to see what changes there were. Open black lens bracket ding. The host absorbs aura energy and has been converted into 3 energy points. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. The host absorbs aura energy and has been converted into 3 energy points. Close black lens bracket. ... The aura is indeed much richer. Not only has it been increased from 1 point to 3 points, but the absorption frequency has also been increased from 3 times per second to 5 times per second. According to the entire speed, he can obtain nearly 1.3 million energy points if he absorbs it 24 hours a day. This is quite good, and soon he will have a lot of excellent spiritual rain to use, which makes him happy just thinking about it. However, this is not the only thing that appeared with this revival of spiritual energy. At this time, many ancient ruins appeared all over the world. One of the ancient ruins is just west of Northern Fortress Number 1, only 500 kilometers away. At the same time, some beast kings around the world have begun to evolve towards the 5th level beast king. According to Lu Feng's induction, the giant turtle king is currently in the process of evolution. The green ox king outside the fortress below him was also evolving at this time. The 3 giant ape kings on the north and south sides also began to evolve. It seems that any evolved beast that has reached the top level of beast king before will evolve together with this spiritual energy recovery. Sure enough, the saying is right, even a pig standing on the wind can take off. Lu Feng said in his heart. He has not yet decided what to do with these beast kings. Whether to use them as food rations or to serve as his subordinates will be discussed later. After the rain stopped, a large number of soldiers walked out of the fortress and began to recover the spiritual rain collection devices. Zhang Xiaoya and some scientific researchers began to work in full swing. So much spiritual rain needs to be concentrated and preserved in a short period of time, which is indeed not an easy task. Lu Feng didn't care about them and absorbed the energy on his own. His current sensing range can only cover 1/8 of the area of Blue Star, and he cannot sense many external situations. And there are 7 locations in his sensing range that he cannot sense. There is a special energy in these 7 locations that blocks his sensing. This gave him a sense of crisis. He was now a level 6 existence, and his own mental power was already very terrifying. But even so, there were still things he couldn't sense. Of these 7 locations, the closest one to him is 500 kilometers to the west. This location looks like a dilapidated temple from the outside, but when he goes deep into it with his mind, he will be blocked by a special energy. He tried many times but still couldn't penetrate. Okay, you're awesome. I won't let you see it. Ha, Lu Feng said dissatisfied. 3 days later, the first batch of excellent spiritual rain was delivered to him. Zhang Xiaoya took a document and read, "Great Emperor, here are 1,000 bottles of fine spiritual rain. Please click on it. If there is no problem, please sign for it." "Well, no problem, thank you for your hard work." Lu Feng's clone clicked on the file. Zhang Xiaoya put away the documents and said with a nonchalant look, "Oh, I have been exhausted these 3 days. Forget it, let's not talk about it for now, there is still a lot of work waiting for me." Lu Feng didn't say any more, and controlled the clone to send the 1,000 bottles of spiritual rain to the main body. Originally, the Green Ox King also had 1,000 bottles of fine spiritual rain, but it was still evolving and no one dared to disturb it. Also being baptized by this spiritual rain were the humans in the fortress. Many ordinary people among them became evolvers overnight, and some level 1 and 2 evolvers also successfully advanced. There are now level 3 evolvers in the fortress, and Miao Sunning and Zhang Xiaoya have also successfully advanced to level 2. Everyone has changed, except Lu Feng. No way, who told him to evolve now requires 10 million energy points. Then he drank the 1,000 bottles of fine spiritual rain, and his energy points increased by 10 million. Adding to the 11.4 million he had accumulated before, there are 21.4 million energy points. Looking at the 8-digit energy points, he was in a very good mood at this time. As long as you accumulate 18.6 million energy points, you can continue to advance. As there are more and more evolved people in the fortress, many people start to form groups to go out for adventure. At the same time, some evolvers formed teams and began to form cliques. The government does not pay too much attention to these matters, because times have changed, and it is obviously inappropriate to use the previous laws to restrain the evolved people. Therefore, as long as the evolvers in the fortress do not cause trouble or do anything that harms others, the officials will not intervene. For them to form a team, the expedition officials have given their acquiescence. Although expeditions sometimes involve danger and even death, their rewards are also very considerable. Just when everything was going in a good direction, a piece of bad news came to the fortress. This news is that more than 40 evolvers of the Eagle Group disappeared after entering an abandoned city. The members of the Eagle Group who stayed in the fortress contacted them for a long time, but no one responded. They all carry communicators, and even if they encounter any danger, they will report the situation back in time. But after being away for 3 days, there was no news at all. Finally, according to official investigations, more than 40 evolvers of the Eagle Group lost contact after entering the small town in the south. For this reason, the official also dispatched a 5-person evolution team to investigate the specific situation, but these 5 people also lost contact after entering the town. The strange situation finally attracted the attention of several leaders of the fortress. Now they dare not send people to investigate at will, but they cannot sit idly by. Several chiefs and generals sat in the conference room, frowning slightly. Number 1, where do you think these missing evolvers have gone? Number 2 asked. Number 1 shook his head. He also wanted to know the answer, but he was just a first-order evolver now. How could he know where they had gone? General Liu also spoke at this time. The families of the missing people in the Eagle Regiment are making trouble every day now, saying that our officials are indifferent and don't care about the lives of their people. The faces of the 3 leaders turned ugly. As top managers, what they didn't like to hear the most was people scolding them for being incompetent. At this time, General Zhang next to him said, "Humph. These people took the initiative to go out for adventure. Even if something happens, it is not something we can handle. It's not like we asked them to go out. Really, a team like this that lives and explores independently usually takes life and death into their own hands." "Oh, that's what I say, but these people are not being reasonable with us now," Number 2 said helplessly. After everyone discussed for a long time, they could not solve the problem. Finally, Chief Number 1 raised his head and said respectfully to the sky, "Great Emperor, I don't know if you can help me. There is an evil and strange energy in that town that blocks my senses. I advise you not to go there to explore," Lu Feng said through the message. "This, Great Emperor, what is evil and strange energy?" Number 2 asked. "It's hard to say, it could be an evil spirit, or it could be something weird." Lu Feng also carefully sensed the small town. The small town was shrouded in a strange white mist, which revealed that it was cold and evil. It's colder and more evil than the previous female evil spirit, so Lu Feng doesn't bother to care about it. Now there are 7 places in the Dragon Kingdom alone that he cannot explore. As long as these messy things don't come to provoke him, he doesn't bother to care about them. In addition, there are 5 places in the East China Sea that he cannot sense. As for the farther seas and around the world, he doesn't know how many special areas there are. By the way, you can send people to the location 500 kilometers to the west. There may be opportunities for you there," Lu Feng said. "Opportunity? Please ask the Emperor to clarify your doubts," Number 1 said. "The current blue star has changed beyond recognition. There are not only strange things, beast kings, but also ruins. And the place I am pointing to should be in ancient ruins." Weird. Ruins. Beast king. Everyone was surprised. Moo. Just as they were communicating, a huge roar came from outside the fortress. This roar was somewhat similar to the roar of cattle. At this time, everyone looked in the direction of the roar. A 500-meter-long colorful sacred cow appeared in everyone's sight. "I am the 5-colored Ox Emperor. From today on, this is my Emperor's territory. Why don't you come quickly to pay my respects?" A huge wave of thought spread. The person who conveyed the message was the successfully evolved Green Ox King. Now he should be called the Colorful Ox King. Countless evolved beasts within a radius of several thousand kilometers knelt down in its direction, and even the humans in the fortress felt like they wanted to worship. Just when it was full of passion, a huge tentacle descended from the sky, turned its head, and swiped the tentacle towards it. Snapped. Ouch. The five-colored Ox King was slapped and screamed, with a big bump on its head. Young man, what are you doing? Lu Feng said disdainfully. The colorful Ox King looked up to the sky, and a huge pressure instantly fell on it. This pressure made it a little unsteady, and soon its limbs were kneeling on the ground, and the ground was cracked by the kneeling. Only then did the five-colored Ox King sense Lu Feng's terror, and the pressure alone could suppress it from getting up. Master, please spare me. I won't show off anymore. The colorful Ox Emperor said timidly. You just have an itchy skin, why are you pretending to be fine? Yes, the master is right, thank you for your teaching. At this time, it finally understood the gap between itself and Lu Feng. It originally thought that Lu Feng was only a 5th-level Beast King. As long as he advanced to the Beast King level, he could be on an equal footing with Lu Feng. But now it realized that Lu Feng was not a 5th-level beast, but something beyond the 5th level. The existence of order. The more the colorful Ox King thought about it, the more frightened he became. You must know that Lu Feng had reached this level of strength before the second spiritual energy resurgence. It takes such incredible talent and blood to do this. Okay, your responsibilities remain unchanged, you should still do a good job in the defense of the fortress. Lu Feng said calmly. Okay, master, don't worry, as long as I'm here, no monsters can destroy the fortress. This scene stunned the people in the fortress. Damn it, this is the 5th-level Beast King. Fight if you ask, doesn't it cost face? But this is what people think in their hearts, no one dares to say this next to the colorful Ox King. After a while, a huge UFO appeared in the southern sky. This UFO was at least 500 meters in size. And the speed exceeded the wind speed. In less than a minute, a giant turtle with the head of a dragon and the body of a turtle appeared near the fortress. The turtle first looked at the colorful sacred cow on the ground, with a trace of doubt in his eyes. Then it looked to the sky again. Great Emperor, I'm coming. Haha, congratulations on your successful promotion, Giant Turtle King. Lu Feng replied. This flying giant turtle is the Giant Turtle King, the guardian beast of the southern fortress. It came this time to see if it could get closer to Lu Feng. But when it sensed Lu Feng's pressure, its eyes first showed surprise and then helplessness. Hey, big turtle, you're not here to challenge my master, are you? The Ox King said loudly. It was afraid that people nearby wouldn't be able to hear it, so it used public sound transmission. The Giant Turtle King looked at the Ox King speechlessly. The Great Emperor is my senior, how dare I disrespect him? Don't frame me, kid. Now that you know the gap, you can continue to be a junior. Haha, the Ox King showed a sarcastic smile. The Giant Turtle Emperor glared at the Ox Emperor. It didn't dare to provoke Lu Feng, but it still didn't care about the Ox Emperor. At this time, Lu Feng's true body emerged from the sky. Although he put away his own pressure, just seeing his body can make people feel fear in their souls. Even the Giant Turtle King and Ox King present changed their expressions drastically. Does the Giant Turtle Emperor have something important to do here this time? Lu Feng asked. Back to the Emperor. I came here this time to inform you that I have been promoted to the 5th-level Beast King, and secondly, I want to ask the Emperor for help. Oh, you are already the Beast King, and you still want to ask me for help? Alas, the number 2 southern fortress I sheltered was attacked by a mysterious creature. Many humans died, but I couldn't find the mysterious creature. Haha, it's not easy for a creature to escape the Beast King's detection. Lu Feng did not agree directly. He is not a holy mother, nor is he a good person. He will not help others for no reason. Of course, asking the Emperor to help will not be in vain. The number 2 southern fortress has prepared 1,000 bottles of fine spiritual rain as reward. I wonder what the Emperor wants. When the Cow King next to him heard that there were 1,000 bottles of spiritual rain, his eyes showed excitement. However, its duty is to protect this fortress and cannot run around. And since the Giant Turtle Emperor can't hold the opponent, he may also fail in vain. Okay, since you opened your mouth, I can't take away your face. Lu Feng agreed. Lu Feng quickly flew to the south number 2 fortress with 10 clones and the Giant Turtle King. Several senior officials of Northern Fortress No. 1 no longer intend to explore the strange town. As for the families of the Eagle Regiment, they are ready to provide some compensation. If someone makes trouble again, they won't take care of it anymore. Then they organized 10 teams to go to the location of the ancient ruins that Lu Feng mentioned. The screen switched to a base in the lighthouse country. At this time, no one could be found in the huge base, and all the power facilities in the base were still operating normally. The scene in front of me revealed an extremely strange scene, and it felt like the people here seemed to have disappeared out of thin air. After a while, an expedition team came to this base. There were 12 people in the team, all of whom were evolvers. The captain is a level 3 existence. As soon as they entered the base, everyone felt something was wrong. There were no guards guarding the gate. What is the difference between this and Fang evolution beast entering the city? A young blonde woman said to the middle-aged man next to her, "Captain, something is wrong here." "Well, brothers, cheer up. Lewis, take 3 people to check inside. Rod, take 3 people to take a look at the city wall." The middle-aged captain ordered. Yes, the crowd was divided into 3 teams and began to explore the base. 10 minutes later, everyone gathered in the square. "Did you find anything?" the captain asked. Rhodes shook his head, with a look of confusion on his face. Louise was the blonde who spoke first. She also said in confusion, "Captain, we just checked the northern part of the base and found no one. Everyone here seems to have disappeared. The situation is not right, retreat," the captain said. Just as everyone was about to leave, a child's cry came from the trash can not far away. "Woo," the captain winked at Rhodes, and soon Rhodes led 3 team members quietly to the side of the trash can. At this time, one of the first team members suddenly opened the trash can, and the other 3 were ready to attack. But there was only a little girl with blonde hair and blue eyes in the trash can. She looked like she was only 5 or 6 years old. At this time, the little girl's eyes were filled with tears, which made several big men bewildered. Rhodes reached out and took the little girl out. "Baby, why are you squatting alone in the trash can?" The little girl found out that a strange man was holding her. Instead of struggling, she screamed and hugged Rhodes tightly. Rhodes didn't know what to do with this. He carried the little girl to the captain, and Lewis took the little girl over. After some coaxing from Lewis, the little girl's mood gradually became stable. At this time, Lewis took out a lollipop and handed it to her. The little girl took the lollipop and held it tightly in her hand. "Tell sister, why are you alone in the trash can? Where are your parents?" Lewis asked, touching the little girl's head. Then the little girl stammered the reason. "A few hours ago, a mysterious monster suddenly appeared in the base, and everyone who was touched by the monster disappeared. If her mother hadn't hid her in the trash can in advance and told her not to say anything no matter what happened, she wouldn't have been able to see Lewis and the others." And the little girl watched helplessly as her mother disappeared in front of her. Tens of millions of people in the entire base were all dispersed by mysterious monsters within a few hours. Later, the little girl cried after hearing the conversation between Lewis and others. At this time, the captain's expression became serious, and he immediately said to everyone, "Take the little girl, we have to leave here immediately." He didn't want to meet this mysterious monster that could destroy the city. It's a wise choice to leave here. Strange situations have occurred all over the world, and more or less strange events have occurred in many human gathering places. Some people said they saw ghosts, and some people said they saw terrifying devils. These all kinds of weird things all appeared after the second spiritual energy resurgence. The screen turned to the number 2 southern fortress in the Dragon Kingdom. At this time, the Giant Turtle King and Lu Feng had already arrived. According to the Giant Turtle King's description, this mysterious creature that attacks humans only appears at night. Everyone who saw it disappeared. The Giant Turtle King only sensed a ray of energy from the opponent and was run away by the opponent. Lu Feng looked at the dilapidated streets and lost humans in the fortress, and he seemed to know something. This mysterious creature is actually using spiritual assimilation to affect the people in the fortress, causing them to slowly fall into despair. This kind of impact is difficult for normal creatures to detect, unless it is a creature with similar skills or strong mental power. Giant Turtle King, how many humans have disappeared from this fortress in the past few days? Lu Feng asked. Back to the Great Emperor. Statistics show that more than 1.2 million people have disappeared so far, most of them are ordinary people. There are only a few 100,000 evolvers in this fortress, which is incomparable to Northern Base number 1. Then what was the energy of that mysterious creature you sensed last time? Lu Feng then asked. How can I say this? Anyway, it doesn't feel like the energy of a normal creature. It gives me a feeling of despair. The giant turtle emperor recalled the special energy induction before, and added, but that energy gave me it feels like it hasn't reached the 5th level of the emperor, it's at most 4th level. Understood. From now on, you put away your energy and aura and hide. I will lure the other person out. Once this guy comes out, I will control it as soon as possible. Then you can come out and deal with it together. Lu Feng said to the giant turtle emperor. Okay, then please leave it to the emperor. The giant turtle king saluted Lu Feng and then got into the ground to hide. At this time, Lu Feng controlled 10 clones to stay away from the fortress, and his body was disguised above the fortress. Then he used mind control to temporarily control an ordinary human woman, and he wanted to use this woman as bait to catch the other party. Soon it was night, and every household in the fortress closed their doors, and few even turned on the lights. It seems that the people here are tortured a lot by this mysterious creature. And he controlled the woman walking on the streets of the fortress. As time went by, it soon reached 12 o'clock in the evening. At this time, a cold breath of despair spread in the fortress, and the water stains that were not frozen were slowly frozen. This cold and desperate aura quickly covered this woman. Haha, I took the bait, Lu Feng said in his heart. The woman's steps began to slow down, and a black figure suddenly appeared behind her. The black shadow is 3 meters tall, has a pair of blood-red eyes, and has huge butterfly wings on its back. What the hell is this enough? Lu Feng asked in surprise. It is neither an evolved beast nor an evil spirit or ghost, and this guy's body seems to have traveled from another dimension. The time it crossed over happened to be exactly 12 o'clock at night. Just as Lu Feng was thinking about this mysterious creature, it immediately pounced on the woman. Imprison it. You still want to launch a sneak attack? I think you want to eat shit. The giant turtle king is out to kill people. Lu Feng raised his hand and created an energy imprisonment. At the same time, a thought was transmitted into the mind of the giant turtle king. The giant turtle king burst out of the earth with a bang and immediately flew into the fortress. At this time, a purple energy shield was imprisoning a strange creature, and the giant turtle king began to carefully look at the mysterious creature in front of him. After looking at it for a long time, I didn't see what this guy was. Great Emperor, what the hell is this thing? Why do I feel a sense of death and despair from it? It's a bit evil. The giant turtle emperor shook his huge head and said. Lu Feng didn't know what this thing was, so he immediately used the detection technique on this mysterious creature. Name: Sidora. Type: Weird subspecies level 4. Gender: Unknown. Status: Growth stage. Weight: Unknown. Power: 150 tons. Speed: 150 meters per second. Defense: 100 tons. Endurance. Open black lens bracket. Spirit: 2000. Close black lens bracket. Skill: Unknown. Talent: Unknown. Sidora. What the hell? Lu Feng was stunned by this guy's property page. Although he didn't know the other party, it didn't stop him from showing off in front of the giant turtle king. This creature is called Sidora, and it belongs to the weird subspecies. Its strength is level 4 as you guessed. Lu Feng explained. The giant turtle emperor was also stunned. Emperor, are you sure this guy is Sidora? What? Do you know its condition? Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.